Sure, absolutely. It's actually a really, really great question. I'm glad you asked. I just did a video on whether or not club teams should charge their own players for college recruiting workouts and trainings. And
Yeah, we
so
watched that.
yeah, it's up for debate, right? But to answer your question, it's a really good question, all right? What I would suggest is picking 3 to 5 camps over the summer that you'd really like to go to, right? And just basically say, okay, within our budget, we would like to go to these 3, 4, 5 camps. Probably a good idea to pick 3, but you don't necessarily need to pick 10. What I would do if it was my prospect, and in this case for Ariana, what we want to do is we want her to continue to get stronger. We want her to continue to be mobile. And a lot of that is not going to happen if she's going to, traveling all the time every other weekend. Ariana, as a prospect, I know how this gets, but your mom and your dad are just trying to, as any parent would, they're just trying to send you to the best places so you can get seen, right? So to answer your question, I would target different ones, 3, 4, 5 ones that you want to go to, right? As far as camps go to, put that on the calendar and take the rest of the money that you would have spent in travel, gas, food, time, and money and put it into a training program that can help Ariana not only get faster and stronger and more agile, but she can help prevent the risk of injury. And that's what I would do. I don't think that prospects need to go to 10 or 15 camps every summer. I think the summer is a very busy time for prospects. And, a lot of people will make the argument, well, they're not going to get seen if they don't go to camps. I assure you, college coaches that are tuned in, they will see prospects that they need to see, and it's not necessarily by going to 10 or 15 camps. That's a great way to get seen, but you have to remember, when you go to those specific camps, most of them, not all of them, right? The ID camps are going to have multiple programs, but most of these camps that you go to, you're only really playing in front of one coaching staff. So you have to remember that if that coaching staff and if that program is not already interested in you before you show up, you're right. It does get expensive. $200 here, $300 here. That doesn't count the time, travel, and how expensive gas is. So you are absolutely right. The best choice is to find a way to figure out the programs that you're interested in and that they're interested in you. Go to those camps or workouts or showcases this summer. And the rest of the time, I would spend on training. I would spend on health. I would spend on nutrition. I would spend on making sure that I'm putting the right foods in my bodies, because that's what college coaches are going to notice. They are at such a time in their 15, 16, 17-year-old bodies that whatever they put in, they're absorbing like a sponge.